From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this one is incomplete. The Bengals at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Burrow on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Bengals! A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Under pressure, they got him again. Brian Burns providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11 mighty.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Escape, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken inside his own 40. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Set.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
12, 12, 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go with Chubb on second down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the red zone now, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Open man is Denzel Mims. for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got Rome. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 154 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
They gotta go.
Now it's Burrow. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On 2.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Hey, we gotta go score. Let's go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Again, it's Burrow. On the move to his left. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
After the interception, here's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 182 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, that carry just did something significant as well. It pushed him past Jerome Bettis on the NFL all-time rushing list. The bus had 13,662.
And not every carry you get in the NFL is going to be open field, right? A place you can make your cuts. You've got to get some of those grimy yards, don't you? You got to go inside and run through people, just as Jerome Bettis did. That's what we've seen him do as well.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up first and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run with John. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Chubb on the counter. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring past that. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And again, it's Chubb. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a fourth and goal. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here we go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had...
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
11, Thomas.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I'm one, ready? 12.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down inside the 30. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
11.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Here we go. 11, mighty. Stop.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
11.
Now Burrow. Forced out to his left. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Able to find Mims. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
Watson to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Morrison. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. But both sides a little loose with the football here in overtime. The fumble, but now their defense picks him back up, CD, with that big interception.
So if we were writing the headline for overtime, we would say defenses rule. Fumble recovery on the first drive, interception on the second one. They're trying to have a major impact on who wins this game.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
On one, ready?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. Defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory. So this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks